Hi, everybody. My name is David Scott, doing my usual vlog podcast thing every once in a while, trying to help other people as I realize as I go through my own difficulties and problems that we can all help one through these things. And I've learned a lot through my own mistakes. So here we go for another one. So, a number of years ago, my wife and I celebrated our 50th anniversary, and she always wanted to go to Yellowstone National Park. So off we go. But before I go, I'm like, I don't want to get stuck out there pulling a camper. We have an RV, and I don't want to get stuck, having the truck break down or whatever. So I bought a brand new truck, and anyway, it was very powerful and ready to take the trip. We get to Yellowstone, 2,000 miles away. We get there, and in the bottom of the trail is the toll booth. So you pay it before you go in there, and then you start going up the mountain. And it's quite a climb. And the interesting thing was that on the way up, there was a couple of trucks pulling RVs, but they were smaller trucks, and they didn't make it. They couldn't get up the hill. And I thought, like, did they not think about that or whatever? I don't know. I didn't even know. But I just thought, I wonder how many times we get stuck going up a hill, going up some type of area of our life or some problem in our life, and we get stuck and we fail. It kind of reminds me of a trip that I take on a regular basis recently, and it's to a place called Highlands. And Highlands has the trip I take. There's 7 hills to get to the top, but each hill, after the hill, has a plateau that lasts for a while. Then you start the next hill. I have them all named, so I go through there. This is the Creekside Hill, and this is the Sunflower Hill, and this is the Church Hill, the one that has a church on the top of it, and this is, this hill and everything. And the last hill has a teddy bear museum at the bottom, so it's my teddy bear museum hill, and I get to the top. The interesting part that I felt like the Lord showed me is that, yes, going up these hills are tough, but he gives us plateaus between the hills so we can rest up for the next time, so we can get ready for the next time. And so we go up the hill, we stress, we strain, we go through it, we get to the plateau, and we count it all good, all joy that we encountered that trial, because now we're a stronger person. We're better equipped. We can get up the next hill even better because we know what we're doing a little bit more. And I'm telling you, when you get to the very top, it's an amazing thing. You feel so relieved and you're so good about it. I think it's important for us to remember that God provides plateaus for us after the hills. He provides a time of rest. He provides a time that we can rejuvenate ourselves and take in more. Just like when you get to the top of Yellowstone, it's a blast. It's wonderful. We had a great time up there. And so my point today is just remember that if you decide to stay at the bottom of the hill, you decide you're not going to grow up. I did that a number of years ago. I just settled for where I was at, and that's good enough, and it wasn't. And I was miserable, and my family was miserable. I should say my wife was miserable, and she was a loving, wonderful person. She put up with me. But the fact of the matter is, I suddenly realized, no, God is not done with me yet. I need to be moving on. I need to get ready for the next hill. So now I've tackled those hills one at a time, and I'm still going. Today is a plateau. That's why I'm sitting here and telling you about it today. Today's a plateau, and I'm getting ready for the next one, because you know what? Climbing up the hills, as hard as it may be, is way better than staying down at the bottom and staying down at the bottom and staying at the bottom and being your old self, which needs to grow. God causes it to grow because it brings joy to our hearts when we get to be more mature and more like Him. So that's it for today, guys and gals. Hope you had a fun time with that. And if you're going through the trial right now, just keep it in gear. Keep your foot on the gas pedal. When you get to that flow, you can relax. You can take a breath of fresh air. You can step outside the vehicle, breathe deep, and then get ready for the next hill. Okay, see you later.